Happened, try again. It says unable to join event. Should I just log out really quick and come right back?
You could. We are sort of live, but
Ah! Well, hi everyone.
it's okay. It's okay. We're live. We're live. Welcome everybody. Another episode. This is season 4, episode 4 of the Level Up Your Wealth podcast. We talk about the gaming industry from a business perspective. One of your hosts, Marcus Howard, joined by Angelica and Mario. Angelica, we want to hear from you. We can't wait to hear from you soon. Mario, say welcome to everyone, please.
What's going on, y'all? Hope all is well here in beautiful and sunny Jacksonville, Florida. So excited to be here. Excited to talk to Angelica. So Angelica, definitely introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi everyone. My name is Angelica Chapman Sites. Already reading the comments that are coming in. Hey, yeah. So I am known as the video game pageant girl. I competed in Miss Beloit, which I won, which is part of Miss America. So I was able to intertwine my pageant and video game passions into one.
That's excellent. Well, congratulations on winning for, is it Beloit? Is it French? It must be
Yeah,
French.
Beloit. Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations on that. So let's see if you can continue that winning streak, because we're going to start off this episode like we do with most of our episodes with a game of rock, paper, scissors. So if you click on that link, and shout out everybody who's joining us live. Let us know where you're tuning in from. This is your chance to make your bets on whether Angelica or Mario are going to win this game. We're going to stream it here live.
I'm
It's
ready.
rock,
I'm
paper,
ready.
scissors, just like you remember it as a kid, only digital. So Mario, if you bring your screen up here.
Yep, here we go. Here we go.
So Angelica, when you sign in, click on that left button to direct match, and it'll pair you up directly with Mario for this match.
Got it.
Are we doing that? Shout out to Alexander joining us from Alabama. We see you.
Alabama. Roll Tide.
All right, I hit direct match. It says enter your opponent's name.
Oh, I'm sorry, not direct match.
Yeah.
I said that the other the
Oh,
non-direct
the quick
match.
match. The quick match.
Quick match.
Okay, okay,
That's
okay.
on me. We've been playing this game for 2 seasons. I probably should have gotten that right the first time. Anyway.
Y'all ready?
All right.
Yeah, we are ready. All right, so cool. Oh, okay.
What? Okay.
Yeah. That's more like it.
So let us know in the chat if you're watching. You voting for Angelica or Mario?
Yes.
So growing up, did you play more rock, scissors, papers or more thumb war?
I played more rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. Especially trying to figure out what to do. So if my friends are like, "Oh, who's gonna do this?" Rock, paper, scissors. It.
Okay.
It's classic.
Yeah, it's classic.
What? We keep getting draw.
That's more like it.
So Angelica, if you look above, or I guess beneath the cards you're picking on your screen, it shows you a trend of the ones you've picked so far for this match. And if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see the trend playing.
Yeah, I actually use this. So I have my investment firm. So I actually use this. Sometimes we kind of figure out a person's risk tolerance. So typically, from a trending standpoint, if they pick a rock or paper scissors, it kind of says what they are as investors. But I am winning.
No.
All right, match point. I think to the victors go the spoils. Oh, not yet.
Here we go.
Ooh, I'm like sweating right now.
Just catching up to you.
I know.
She's a 3-point streak. Here we go.
I spoke too soon. Really?
Oh, we're tied. Okay.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Okay.
Use the force. Oh wow! Wow.
Yes. You know, I had to make it dramatic, you guys. I mean, you know, I was winning by so much. It's no way I could just win. So, you know, every movie producer wants some drama in their movie. They want some suspense. And I gave it to you guys. But for the victory goes the spoils.
It was a close, almost a win there for you, Angelica. So
we're about to have a rematch one day.
Rematch.
Off camera.
Rematch. So, Angelica, you said that you've been playing video games your entire life. What are some of your favorite games?
Oh, my all-time favorite game is Lego Batman. When I was 12 years old, I got a PS2 and I played it all day, all night. And I think the only reason why I stopped playing it was during winter break, was because my dad wanted to take me to Chuck E. Cheese.
To play more video games, and you can't.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
My I
That
grew
makes
up.
sense. It checks
My
out.
Yeah, I grew up. My dad is an avid geek. That's where I get my whole geekiness. He loves comic books, video games. My siblings had a Super Nintendo, so I was able to play that growing up too. So yeah, video games is near and dear to my heart.
So did you like more of the 'cause hold on, you played what you played on? You said not Xbox,
PS2.
Yeah,
PS2. So
PS2,
was you more Xbox or PS console, PlayStation
PS,
console?
PlayStation, forever.
Yeah. Ah, okay. It's okay. It's okay. See, I'm more of an Xbox person. I was more of an Xbox person. It's crazy because like now, especially depending on what platform you're on, you can basically be on one console and play another person with another console, which is cool. But back then, like if I play sports games on my Xbox, it's no way I could play somebody on PlayStation because I would lose because like the joystick is different, the it's different buttons you hit. So it's kind of cool now. Like my daughter who plays games, she can play people on any console and either win or lose. So yeah,
Yeah, that's a skill right
Batman.
there. Cause I can't play on the Xbox console. I can't. It's too
Yeah,
No.
too too complicated for me.
Well, he's playing on
yeah,
Xbox. We're not going to hold it against him. But Xbox owns Activision Blizzard. Or sorry, Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard and LinkedIn.
yeah.
I don't know if you all saw this week. LinkedIn launched games. The first three games.
LinkedIn
What?
launch games.
Yeah.
I'm
Anybody
pretty
here in
sure
chat? Have you? Go ahead.
they're probably be cozy games. I imagine, right? I mean,
No,
LinkedIn's
they're
probably more
puzzle
family
games. It's
friendly.
like one is kind of like Sudoku. I played it. It's called Queens. It's like the Queen's chess piece, and it's kind of like Sudoku. You could only have like one piece on every vertical and horizontal line, and there's a grid.
Hmm.
There's also colors. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it. Check it out if you all are on LinkedIn. And if you're not, go to LinkedIn and check it out.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
well, I'll definitely check it out for sure. I
yeah.
basically live on LinkedIn, so I'm surprised I just found out about this.
Yeah, I think it went live yesterday, so
Oh, okay, so it's still
easy to miss.
fresh. Still
Yeah.
fresh.
Okay, okay, that's cool. And Ethan said PlayStation 2 best console. Sorry if my vote shifts back to Angelica. All right, it's okay.
Thanks,
It's okay.
Ethan.
Okay, okay. All y'all PlayStation people, it's okay. The real gamers come to Xbox. But cool. So tell us about the beauty pageant world, right? So is I mean, of course, when people watch beauty pageants, they think it's all kind of glitz and glamour, but kind of give us the back end about the beauty pageant world.
Yeah, so I am still a newbie to this. I just
Okay.
started doing pageants last year. I know a lot of people are
Okay.
like, I bet you've been doing it since you were a little kid. I'm like, no. So the way how I got into this, which I'm still learning about the whole entire world of pageantry, is from my older cousin. He was more like an uncle to me. And one of the last conversations I had with him was, he's like, I want you to do pageants. I want you to do Miss Beloit, because he once was the director of Miss Beloit and he was a pageant coach. And when he brought that up to me, I'm thinking to myself, like, who is he talking to? Like, I don't wear makeup, I don't walk in heels. And he just says to me, it's not about that. It's about being a
Mm,
community leader. It's about being an inspiration to others and gaining that confidence. So I was still, a little bit sold on it. And I told him, okay, we will only do this if you're going to be my coach. So we went ahead, we shook on it. He said when he would come back from Mississippi, he was going to coach me and we'll have a year for me to get ready for the Miss Belay pageant, because he's like, you're going to win that pageant. And I waited, I was super excited. And then unfortunately, a week later, he passed away unexpectedly.
Oh,
And I felt like I needed some sort of closure, because I really was looking forward to doing this with him. And when I was in the thrift store of my uncle, when I went to Seattle, I saw a tiara and I immediately bought it. And then right after that, I didn't tell many people about this conversation because it was too sensitive to me. One of my friends randomly buys me 2 crowns for my birthday. And I just told myself, okay, universe, I hear you. I see you. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I end up doing 4 pageants in 3 months, and I won Beloit, the one that my cousin said I was going to win, and it was such an amazing opportunity to do this, and after I won Beloit, I competed for Miss Wisconsin, and the winner for Miss Wisconsin goes on to Miss America. So during all of it, I got to learn more about public speaking, being a presence, and combining my passion for video games into being this pageant queen because every single contestant has to have a community service project. So some people choose, mental health awareness or stuff that involves like animal sanctuaries. I chose video games because growing up, you always see a lot of the fact that gaming's for boys. I always knew that was wrong. And in all my STEM classes, I was mostly the only woman, and especially that, the only person of color in my classes. So I created Game Changers, diversifying STEAM through video game development, because I want the next generation of people working in the video game community to be a more diverse community because the best way to do this is introducing kids about jobs in the gaming industry while they're young. So I will put together these gaming workshops where their kids are able to talk to me or even other industry professionals and get like a nice behind the scenes look of how the games are made. We even have like a fun gaming tournament and let them know that these opportunities for them are endless to get into the industry. So, yeah, I'm taking a year off of pageantry, and next year I'm going to be competing for Miss Wisconsin USA. I'm super excited about that. But yeah, it's been a whole journey for me learning about the ins and out of being a title holder, but it's been awesome.
How much, throughout the year or maybe throughout the week, how much community service do you have to do? And like, what does that consist of? That means like going to games. I know you talked about speaking, but like, what specifically do you have to do from a community service standpoint?
Yeah, so most of the time I went above and beyond. Mostly it's just required for people to go to events on the weekends, maybe do some volunteer work or doing something that goes into your community service project. So on the weekends, I did almost like over, I stopped keeping track, but I'm pretty sure I did 200 appearances throughout my whole
Wow,
year of Miss Beloit. So I would
wow.
go to drag shows. I would go to the Boys and Girls Club, the YWCA, speak at Juneteenth events, women history events, just anything and everything that I was able to get my hands on and get invited to, I was there. I wanted to make sure that myself was present there and I was able to talk to people about my initiative. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, I didn't really think that you could do all that in video games and
Yeah,
actually have a career by it." So that was awesome. Yeah, my weekends were packed, and especially when I was working, when I got off work, I would go to appearances, drive all the way from Madison and go down to Beloit or go down to Chicago. I even did appearances at GDC in San Francisco.
Do you
wow.
do you think over
That's
the
like
year that you've had these speaking opportunities, the sentiment has evolved? People have become like more excited about career opportunities or more knowledgeable.
Yes, especially younger kids and women who want to change their career paths too.
Mhm.
So when I go to schools or any type of events, I have kids that were like, "Oh, I see someone who kind of looks like me, who's in the industry doing things that I want to do." So they're able to learn more about that, and I give them the just some tips and resources of like, "Hey, this is how you're able to get there." And then I get to talk to a lot of women who've already are established in their own careers, but they're like, "I want to do something more creative." And a lot of them think that they won't be able to make a living that way. And I'm able to talk to them and give them some really good tips on how they're able to help make that pivot from what they're doing now into getting into the gaming industry. Because I even tell people the gaming industry, we need lawyers, we need graphic artists, we need designers, actors. The opportunities are just out there.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Go ahead. Sorry, Mario. losing your audio a little bit there, Mario.
Oh, 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 oh.
Now you're
All right,
back. We
all
got you. We got you. You're back.
right. No, I was saying that's like a full time job. That's like 3 or 4 appearances a week. That's heavy lifting. I mean, I didn't know that much went into the
Yes, yes. I was booked and busy. Well, it was
yeah.
nice. Because I was getting used to the whole entire routine of go to work, go home, go to sleep, go work, go home, go sleep. So this was something I was able to look forward to afterwards.
Yeah. And we had some comments. So Ethan said, funny, he connected with a lawyer at GDC that works closely on blockchain. So I love my crypto. Conversation for another day. So Rod saying, hello, Marcus, Angelica, Mario, and Crystal, who terrific service project.
Thank you.
So as you talk to people about gaming, do people still think gaming is? I know you kind of mentioned it, but just to elaborate, do people still think that gaming is for kids, and what do you think needs to change in totality for people to think gaming is for everybody and it's important, in life?
Yeah, yeah, there are still people who think that gaming is only for kids, is something that's juvenile. But when I bring up in the fact that games are able to be used in the workplace for training, even for school, I tell teachers all the time, hey, if you want your students more engaged in their science and technology and math classes, how about you incorporate some games in there where they're able to learn how to go ahead and like dissect a frog without actually having a frog, but doing it in the game. I know colleges are using it too for simulations for like doctors. So I try to tell people that. And another thing is, a lot of people play games and they don't realize it. The game's on your phone, that's a game. So when they're talking about, "Oh, I don't play games." Okay, you play Candy Crush all the time. I see you. I see you. So just really having that education out there and that awareness of letting people know that gaming is everywhere you look. Duolingo, that's a game right there. Gamification. It's happening right before us and it's just a really great tool to just go ahead and use.
Yeah,
Angelica, do you know about MDev that's coming up?
Yeah,
You
I
know
spoke
that?
at MDev last year.
Okay, okay. I wanted to connect you to Ben Cavallo. I don't know if you know him.
I know Ben. Oh, he
Okay.
actually got married today. Congratulations,
Oh, okay.
Ben, if
Congratulations,
you're
Ben.
watching later.
Whenever you see or hear this later, congratulations.
yeah, that's cool. Oh, marriage. That's awesome. So I know you also manage social media. So let us know about like the landscape of social media. What do you see social media now? I know people are kind of confused what's going to happen with TikTok. Are they going to ban TikTok? Not ban TikTok? Like, what do you see social media in maybe 3 or 5 years from now?
Oh, this is going to keep on getting bigger and bigger and bringing the world together. Social media for me, when I went to GDC, I met so many people off of social media, and it was like Marcus. We met each other on LinkedIn, and when he came up to
Yeah.
me, I was like, "Oh, in real life, you're
Real life.
real." Yeah. So social media is just going to continue on getting bigger and connecting people and letting us know about what's happening out there. You can find your own community anywhere on social media, anywhere. So, yeah, I see it in the next 5 years that it's just going to be more and more utilized, and people need to hop on it, especially creators, businesses. Just get on social media and start posting.
It's interesting you say that. Like, I don't do as much maybe like social media from like a business standpoint. I do it for more like a relief to kind of get away from the job. You get on social media and kind of post stuff. But definitely I can see from a business standpoint, you can do a lot from business in social media. You
Mhm.
can have communities grow. I know a lot of people who like sell products like books, like they just create a social media community on Facebook and then they just kind of cater to that community. So I definitely see why you say it's a way for community to grow. Then we have Mr. LinkedIn itself, Marcus, right? He knows all about social media.
I vouch for social media for business.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of social media for business, if y'all have any questions for Angelica or Mario, again, that's part of this podcast. Feel free to let us know those in the chat. I'm sure Angelica and Mario are happy to answer any of those questions.
Yeah. So, doing your first pageant, what are some of the challenges that you had to overcome?
Um, Mainly just myself. I had
Mm.
all these limiting beliefs before I did my first pageant. I was thinking, wow, I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I don't have the confidence to do that. And I got a really good coach after my first pageant. And she really says, stop. You need to stop thinking that way. You need to start reframing. And during my first pageant, I remember shaking when I had to do my introduction and play my viola because I didn't play my viola for 3 years until a month before I started competing. My voice was shaky. I was playing and like shaking. But by the time it got to my fourth pageant for Miss Beloit, I was fine. I was just really chill. I wanted to have fun. I stopped putting that pressure on myself to win and I start having the mindset of I just want to have fun. This is why I got into this to try something new and to honor my cousin. So when I took off that pressure, I was able to just lay back and win.
So what's the
When you
viola?
said
Yeah.
when she
What's
said viola, I thought she was gonna say play video games. You said like video. I was
yeah?
like, oh, video games is her talent. But no,
Is
congratulations
that
on the
like
viola.
a mini violin? Is that what that is?
It
A
is a
viola?
little bit bigger than a violin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and
Could you
instruments don't get
play
along.
could you play video games as a talent? Would that be a thing? Like if you for Miss Wisconsin, you play maybe rock paper scissors.
Uh maybe, but the judges, it was maybe a little bit too hard. Oh, also when competing in pageants, a main issue that I had was during the interview process. So when you compete, you have a 9-minute interview that's private with all the judges. And some of the
Oh,
judges, you already submit a resume about your info, some background behind it, and you have to submit a one-page paper about your community service project. So of course, I am the only person ever doing something that involves video games. And some of the judges, the questions I was getting was, "Oh, well, why are you promoting this to kids? Aren't video games violent? What about
oh,
mass shootings? Video games cause mass shootings." So during that 9 minutes, I had to speak very quickly, answer all these questions, but let them know the information behind it and saying, hey, there's studies being done that have already been done actually, that video games do not make a person more violent. It's more about mental health and gun control in this country. And video games is used as a scapegoat. Had to talk to them and tell them, adding video games into the classroom is going to be very beneficial. It's not going to be a total distraction to kids because this is something that is going to make it more fun and more engaging, and different kids learn differently. So
yeah.
doing that was kind of difficult, but I believe I won Beloit because I think most of the judges were educators or past educators, and they were really able to understand my vision and my mission and my purpose. Uh, one of the last pageants I did, one of the judges says to me, she's like, "So if you came to my kid's school and you had an assembly talking about video games, I would not feel comfortable having my kid come to your assembly because video games are bad because I don't let my kids play video games. So convince me, why should I let my kids come to your assembly?"
Wow.
So in a way, does that give you an opportunity? Do you feel like those types of questions detracted from like the 9 minutes that you had? You said you only have 9 minutes. So having to
Yes.
do like gaming and esports 101, is that take
Yeah,
away
that's
from
what it
your ability to
was.
speak?
So my pageant when I was in Miss Beloit, my pageant director Shanita. Hey Shanita. This is a shout out there. She is a teacher and she told me think of those 9 minutes as a lunch and learn, as a TED talk, as a um info session to let them know things about it because one, they're really going to judge you on how you answer your question and how you're able to handle tough questions like that and tough criticisms like that too. So I was really able to give them some sort of viewpoint of okay, gaming is not all bad and there's actually a lot of good that's going into it.
Who says that to somebody? That's interesting. Interesting. So we have Kofi from Senegal, Senegalese. And so Crystal does have a question though. Does your org plug professionals into
Mario, we lost your audio there a little bit again. I'm gonna read the question. It says, "Does your org plug professionals into internship opportunities? I'm a board member of Women's Audio Mission. Is it raining up there?"
Maybe
uh,
it's weird. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, we're seeing you there. You're coming back. So Crystal's a board member of Women's Audio Mission, where she trains women and girls in audio arts, and less than 5% of music and entertainment, that's TV, film, gaming, etc., is produced by women. And so there's some more here that cut off. It says, so we're always looking for places for our interns. So there's your question to you, Angelica, from Crystal.
Well, first, Crystal, that is amazing right there. Awesome. Thank you for doing all that. Yeah, so that's one thing I'm really working on is turning Game Changers into a nonprofit. I do work with nonprofit organizations already that are established, and I help get together these gaming companies and say, hey, you should come in and try to do internship with this nonprofit and work with the kids there. But in the future, that's something that I really, really want to do. I have a lot that's on my plate on getting this all together, but hopefully within the next summer, I'll be able to pair together students with more gaming companies through Game Changers.
Wow, that's awesome. Is a lot of gaming companies in Madison?
Yes, Madison is becoming a big hub for technology and video games, especially in Wisconsin. We have the Wisconsin Game Alliance. I think here in Madison, I think there's at least like 6 or 7 really big gaming companies here. So, yeah, it's getting really big because when you think of it, living in LA is very expensive, but living here in Madison is way cheaper than that. But unfortunately, things are kind of going up a little bit. So, we need rent control here.
Angelica, do you
Yeah.
have blockchain gaming companies? Because I believe Wisconsin is like a crypto friendly state. I've been separated a bit from the crypto space now for a couple of years, but last I remember, I think it has like some of the most, again, like crypto friendly legal environments in the country.
Oh. I don't really know about that, but that's something that's good for me to look up later.
Okay. Crystal also wants to connect with you later.
Yay!
Yeah, I know Ethan's in the chat. He may know because I know he mentioned blockchain a few times. But
Oh, Lost Boys.
yeah,
That's
but you
cool.
know, see, but Ethan to the rescue. Ethan to the
Thanks,
rescue.
Ethan.
So so what are some of the trends that you see with social media? I know we talk about the pageantry, but I know you also help manage social media. So what are some social media trends that you see out there currently?
Using a lot of videos, just making videos. And I tell people, even the videos seem goofy to you, as long as it goes back to your niche, back to your whole marketing aspect, go ahead and make it. And just really posting every single day and being consistent is one of the main trends in marketing using social media and engaging with your audience too. I love just messaging people back on my social media channels or even just commenting on different videos. I remember one time I commented on, it was like a funny video, but it was a little bit inappropriate. And this kid who met at this high school who follows me on there, she's like, Angelica, why are you here? I'm like, let me live. But
That's
but
funny.
yeah, it was cute. I mean, well, not super cute, but the kids from that high school, they all saw my comment and they were just like interacting with me on there. So that also boosted more engagement for that person's video that was commented on there. And it had more people look at my actual Instagram page. Because on my Instagram, even though I have almost 1,000 followers with the videos I make, I have about 4.1 accounts that I reach. I mean, 4.1 thousand accounts that I end up reaching through the videos that I make in the comments and the posts too. So using hashtags especially helps out with that.
So, from a social media standpoint, when you make videos, like which videos usually give you the best engagement? Is it ones where you're kind of like buttoned up and kind of more professional? Is it like out somewhere, just kind of posting something out the blue? Like which one you think gives you a higher engagement?
It's just me being authentic, just out somewhere, just posting stuff with my friends. One of my top videos I made with my friend named Chris. and it was like, we're from Wisconsin, of course we do this. Uh, we ended up getting, I think, almost 6 or 7,000 views on that, which was cool. We just randomly did it, and a lot. It was very relatable to people, especially from the Midwest area. That's like, oh yeah, yeah. I'm not from Wisconsin, but I experienced this in the Midwest. So just being more personable and more relatable really gets people going.
Good. And we so talk about social media. We have a question from Kofi. So he developed the first curriculum of esports in Senegal in sports management, masters, and license. We hope that esports will be accepted in Dakar Youth Olympics in 2026. That'll be cool. Question: how do you monetize your content video?
Oh, yeah. Well, wow, that's awesome having esports. So, right now I'm working on monetizing my content in my videos. One is I do a lot of working on doing a lot of partnerships, which I have a lot of contracts that are in the back of the works right now. But that's really nice too because I have companies that would say, "Hey, we will give you X amount of money if you post about this, if we make a video." Or even like we'll give you just free products so you're able to go ahead and do this, and that's been really nice, and being able to also reach out to companies and showing them, hey, this is all the things I do, this is the type of audience I have, the reach that I have, it would be great for you to collaborate with me, so I'm able to make them money and also get myself some money too. But I just say tell people you just got to keep on posting. Soon I'm going to start streaming so I can be a Twitch affiliate, and then I'm able to get money off of that and monetize off of that and have fun while streaming because my niche, I want to stream indie games. So any indie game companies out here that want me to be your streamer, hit me up. I'll go ahead and do it.
So there's a game I want to introduce you to. We were talking about it right before we went live. It's called IAH Internet War. It's a real-time strategy game that's almost like a roguelike as well. So like each time you play it, the experience is a little bit different. It's played on a dystopian future of the internet that's taken over by AI, controlled by a global corporation. And so you have to
Oh.
like take back over the internet in order to save the world. And you're a hacker, but you also have like a day job and a family. So like while you're like saving the world, you got to go pay taxes.
Who wants to do that?
And in the multiplayer version, you can actually play it by writing code in any software language. So JavaScript, Python, C++. So the goal is to use the fun of the core game to incentivize kids, mainly kids, but anybody who wants to get into the tech career to like start learning to code.
Oh, that's
If
cool. That's cool.
if I'm saving the world, why do I got to pay taxes? I mean, if I'm doing all that heavy lifting, I put my life on the line, and I got to pay taxes. What is going on here? What is going on? So Ethan said, feeling tempted to make a Twitch stream compilation of Angelica's moments with my edits. Oh, look at that.
Yay!
Look at that.
Yes.
Look at that.
Ethan, let's collab. Let's talk after this. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So talk about Twitch. Like, why do you think Twitch is so powerful? Like, it's a whole industry where you can monetize, you really make a lot of money on Twitch. Like, why do you think Twitch is so popular? And what made you use Twitch compared to some other streaming services that's out there?
Yeah, Twitch is already established right now. When you talk about streaming, the first thing you think about is Twitch. I know now that Kick is coming out, but Twitch is already out there in the game. We have TwitchCon with all the streamers that come together. So I think Twitch is the best way to go ahead and start streaming and then being able to monetize off of that.
Angelica,
Yeah.
Game Changers, is that a nonprofit for you?
Soon it will be a nonprofit.
Okay.
So I did not realize it takes a lot of time to get a nonprofit going. So I'm working with my business manager and my marketing manager and my lawyer on how to go ahead and get this going. But I really cannot wait to get this happening this year. Just get it out of the way. I already did start my own business, and it's called Manifest Media LLC. Uh, and it's just basically about me. So I used to work at a video game company, and I ended up leaving because really wasn't treated too super well there, and there was like a glass ceiling of the opportunities I was able to do. And I remember that my family, especially my sister and my dad, they said, "Why are you waiting on other people to give you opportunities? Why aren't you doing this yourself?" And I just thought about it. I said, "Yeah, why am I waiting on people to promote me or to see like my potential or whatever?" So I went ahead and did this, and I just thought everything I'm doing as Miss Beloit, I can just go ahead and do that now. Be a public speaker, be a community leader, turn my community service initiative into a nonprofit. So that's how I formed Manifest Media, because on my vision board, I have things that says how much money can you make from streaming. I had GDC on there. I did not know how I was going to get to GDC, but I found a way to get to GDC, especially looking at that every single day on my vision board and on my background of my phone. It says it had the Golden Gate Bridge too. So yeah, just being able to go out there and make my own opportunities, and really wanted to stick with Game Changers because I just continue seeing the lack of this, the lack of diversity in the industry, and all the things that I've gone through growing up in going like in STEM classes and also in college and also being in the video game industry. I don't want other people to experience that either. I want to make a change.
That's awesome. If I could circle back, because I know you have a team, you talked about your attorney, your business manager. I know for us gamers, it's just with gaming, like you do things yourself, right? You usually gaming by yourself, you figure things out. So, like, why is it important for you and just importance in general to have a team to kind of help with your business?
Yeah, it can get very overwhelming trying to do everything by yourself. And for me, I sometimes say yes to everything, so I get very overwhelmed with too many things. So it's nice to have people out there that are able to say, "Okay, I can help you out with this." And especially people who have the expertise in these areas, because I'm still learning myself for a lot of different things too. I am doing a lot of research, but it's nice having people that already had years in the different industries and being like, "Oh, okay, I know how to go ahead and do this for you. I know how we should go and approach this situation right here."
Hmm. Yeah, gotta have a team. Team's
Mhm.
always good. And so,
Kofi
Kofi,
has
thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead,
yeah,
Marcus. Yeah.
Kofi shared some insight for us. People, if you want a Twitch certification, go.twitchads.tv/game plan for brands to be certified in Twitch ads. Is that correct,
Thank
Kofi?
you,
Twitch
Kofi.
ads. We appreciate you.
Oh, hi, Instagram. I have Instagram on my phone right now. Hey, everyone. I'm doing a podcast live stream right now. So I wasn't able to stream it right away. But yeah, look, say hey.
That's fine. Yeah, see, there you go. So social media couldn't do this 15 years ago. So social media has definitely changed how we definitely interact.
What do
Definitely
you
how we
think
interact.
about Big Fest, Angelica? We got to meet in person over Big Fest. That was the first time they did that in person experience.
Mhm. Oh, I loved it. It was nice seeing a bunch of other Black people who are in the video game industry. Because at my old job, I was the first and only Black woman at that studio, and I was like, "Oh, all by myself." But being able to go to Big and be like, "Wow, wow, these are amazing people who are in this industry that I'm able to like learn from and able to just like connect from them and say, wow." Like I'm able to look up to you, so I have more role models now for me to look up to.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's definitely cool. And so shouts out to Josiah said so great. I guess he was that big as well, or just saying
Hey,
how great the podcast
Josiah.
is.
Yeah, we ended up meeting up in he lives in New York City. So when I went to New York, I met up with Josiah and we just chilled for the day. So it was awesome. See, look at Big Fest, just bringing people together.
Yeah, yeah. So with Big Fest, is there any concentration in one subset of gaming, or did it talk about gaming in totality?
It was every like in everywhere in totality. I got to
Okay.
meet people who worked in audio, esports, acting, uh, people that have their own organizations that's meant to diversify the video game industry too. So that was really cool to be able to experience all that.
Yeah, I think some of the folks who got awards at I think maybe the Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm blanking because now it's been 4 weeks and I haven't gotten a lot of sleep recently. But I think one gentleman had worked in the industry 30 years over at Sony.
Oh.
Yeah. So like
Wow.
you said, like a lot of legacy, but if you look kind of at one business or one entity at a time, it may just look like we don't have this presence here. So that's why it's so important for Big Fest, so that we can all recognize each other, celebrate each other, and support one another.
Hmm.
Man, 30 years of Sony, boy, that's a lot. That's a lot of changes from PlayStation to the disc to that's a whole bunch of changes in 30 years, man. And that's crazy because now with like tech, you usually don't see a person at a job, especially in gaming, for 5 years, nevertheless 30 years. So shouts out to him. Another question when it comes to social media, Angelica. So can you let people know like the importance of analytics? I know you help with running social media. You probably look at your analytics. And can you tell people kind of why it's so important and how it's kind of helped you really find your niche and your audience?
Yeah, I have like a weird obsession with looking at analytics all the time. I try to stop myself. I'll be at the bar and I'm just looking at the analytics. What is really helpful because I can see if people are coming to my post based off of my hashtags. Able to also see when I have videos of how long is the retention. So are people just watching the first couple seconds of my videos and going off right away, or are they actually staying? And just also looking at more of the whole entire interaction of, okay, are they sharing my videos or my posts? Are they commenting? Are they, tagging their friends into it? So the analytics kind of gives me more of a blueprint of what is working and what isn't working. And even when I just do something on a whim just to try it out, I'm able to see, okay, yeah, this worked out. Let me go ahead and do more of this.
Yeah. Do you have any hacks for the audience when it comes to social media?
Um, yes. And it's maybe a little controversial for some people, but I use AI. I use the handy dandy Chat GPT.
Uh,
you you can't totally rely on solely on Chat GPT, but I do like using it as a tool. So I would say Chat GPT. I made this post that's for Instagram. Help me edit this for LinkedIn, and it's able to do it. But sometimes Chat GPT will make it too professional. And I said, I don't talk like that. So I'm able to go ahead and
yeah.
edit it for myself.
Yeah. Well, that's not. I don't say everybody, but I think ChatGPT is like more like the norm now. Like I
Hmm.
definitely in my daily, I use that every single day when we do post. It definitely runs through ChatGPT, and I think as it learns you more, it kind of learns your personality. Like some of the YouTube videos that we do, we actually put it into ChatGPT, so it kind of transcripts kind of how I talk, kind of. So yeah, so that's the future. I mean, I can imagine 3 5 years from now what data language sources be out there. I mean, you might put something in, it might sound just like you from a verbiage standpoint. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw a video on LinkedIn. It might have been yesterday. I think someone just had a photo of a lady and then like the copy and maybe like 30 seconds of her voice, and it had done like maybe a 2 or 3 minute video of her talking.
Whoa.
Wow.
Like an
Wow.
Yeah.
actual video, like from the photo, it was like a video of her talking, but it wasn't her. It was like they used the photo and somehow whatever the platform was able to turn it into like a like I thought it was a video of a lady talking, but that was all AI generated.
So let me get this straight. So she took a picture. She uploaded the picture. Yeah, into the app. And then the app turned it into a video with a voice. Was it her voice? Did it sound like her
Her
voice?
voice.
Or
Yeah, her
Hmm.
voice. I think she may
Hmm.
have done like maybe a 30-second kind of training audio clip or
wow.
script, and then they sent in the copy that they wanted her to say, and the combination of the trained audio plus her photo, they were able to create a live, what looked to me like a live video of someone just having a conversation, but it was all like the AI reading off the script.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
I love
Man.
I love the AI song covers. So I was listening to one. It was "Love" by Keisha Cole, but the Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender was singing the song. Yeah, and I also like watching the like SpongeBob characters like singing like rap songs and stuff using AI.
Yeah.
I said this is how we need to use AI for good.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Mario said, I know he uses AI often in his practice, and it creates more efficiency for him, and it creates new opportunities as well.
Yeah, I mean, so right now we have, probably last 5 years, the biggest rap battle with Drake and Kendrick. Drake had a whole song with
Tupac.
Tupac. And I tell me, he the right now. I like Drake do a cover for him. Who knows? But yeah, so it'll be interesting. That's interesting. Interesting indeed. So Ethan says some companies have ownership of certain people's voice, like Disney with James Earl Jones. Oh, Disney, which is quite odd that they didn't use it for Mufasa's trailer recently.
Mm.
Mhm. Dropping the ball, Disney. Mufasa, I am your father.
Oh, this
That's
makes me
a
think
great line.
about the Black Mirror episode that was a while ago where this woman was seeing herself portrayed on a Netflix series. So basically the
Yeah.
actors gave Netflix like ownership of their voice and their likability. So Black Mirror, you're on to something.
Yeah, that's like the downside of AI, right? I mean, the AI, can do so much good, but definitely it can be a downside. And hopefully, we have some rails and restraints over time to make sure AI doesn't take over the world. So, and I know people ask all the time, like, and I can ask you as well, doing social media, like, do you think AI is gonna take away jobs? Do you think it's gonna be a way to enhance a job?
I think it's both, depending on the type of job that you're doing. A lot of AI is going ahead and taking people's jobs, but there's other ones that's just making jobs just more efficient for people. And I like that because I'm like, oh, people are able to have more time working on their passions or spending time with their family if they're able to use AI as a tool. But yeah, AI is going to take over. I always say thank you to Siri because she knows all my secrets and she's listening. So the day when she is ready to take over, she'd be like, she said thank you to me all the time.
We're
So
cool. We're cool. We're cool
let's
people.
not take over her.
Yeah,
When you
that's
talk to
interesting.
students through Game Changers, are you having conversations about AI and the importance of at least being aware of it?
I am. I told I always empathize with students and with teachers and letting them know that this is a tool. I tell students, do not go on ChatGPT to write out your whole entire essay. You still need to know these critical skills of grammar and like all the different things that goes into writing. But I said no, you can use it to brainstorm. You can use it to, if you were like stuck on something, but just don't totally rely on it.
Yeah, I have a friend that's a professor, and when like ChatGPT got big last year, I asked him, like, "Can you tell?" He was like, "Oh, totally. I could tell like the first, first paragraph, like how kids interact, well, kids, but students interact, like in person, and then like writing style, like night and day. So they can definitely tell. They can definitely tell.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah. So Kofi said, I think people need to use it more for being productive. It can be challenging in the beginning, but it can speed up all your processes, which is very, very
Processes.
true. Yeah, very, very true.
Yeah. I had a
And
student. I was teaching. I taught a esports business and trends course, and I had a student. I assigned a video for a student to watch and send, like, write a reflection on their thoughts on the video. And I immediately recognized that basically they took the video and sent it into some AI system to, like, it didn't even watch the video. It provided, like, you know how when you have a description for a video of what you could expect to see, that was the paper. It was like, they might talk about this and they might bring up these points. It's like, did you even read this before you gave it back to me?
yeah, that's funny. He sent it off, got it downloaded, and sent it to you. No
Exactly.
proofreading at
No
all. No,
proofreading. He just next assignment.
that's funny. So what grade did you give him?
I gave him the opportunity to try again.
Okay, so you know, good answer, like your Family Feud. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. That's funny. So Ethan said he worked with programmers that can tell when code is generated by AI. Wow. It looks good on the surface, but doesn't work all the time. I did not know it was programs out there that I could see if
Mhm.
the code was generated by AI. Well, how I mean, because code is code, right? So I know I'm talking to the air, but how is that possible?
Yeah, he's saying I don't think he's saying that the AI can say if the code is generated by AI. He says the programmers can know if the code is generated by AI. So they're
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just
the
like when you
software
write
engineers.
yeah, when you write regular, like when you write, you just like we were saying earlier, everybody has their own personality.
Right.
Programmers have their own personality when they code. Like like
Okay.
I used to work with a guy where like whenever he wrote his code, he would only use single letters for variables. So normally you'll say like if you want a variable to store a phone, right? In an application, you would call it phone. He would just
Yeah.
call it like E. He would do that for all his variables. So then, like, whenever there was a bug, like if he was
Mm.
sick or something, it was really difficult to go back and troubleshoot and
Right.
fix the bugs because, like, it's like I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm looking at. These are just random
Yeah.
letters.
Yeah.
AI is not going to do that.
Yeah. It's like which one E is for phone and which one is not for phone. Like, yeah. Maybe that was like job proof for him because the only person who could fix the bugs is him, right? So that man been smart. You smart. It's like that meme, right? It's the meme. You
Yeah.
smart. Yeah. So either said because AI mimics, but it can't exactly put it together the way you want it to. If you know what I mean, that's why AI is trained.
Yep. Yeah, AI learns from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Machine learning 101. 101. So what is the future, Angelica? So tell us your goal in 2 to 5 years. Do you want to take over Twitch? Do you want to be the next Miss USA or Miss America? So what is life in 3 to 5 years for you?
Yeah. Well, first, I want to be the next Miss USA.
Okay.
Second, I'm ready to take over Twitch. I'm ready to take over Kick, YouTube, all the channels, Instagram, even TikTok if it's not, totally banned by then.
Yeah.
And I want to be more into my whole entire creative space. I want to do more partnerships, especially with video game companies where I can be their influencer, I can be their brand ambassador, and I want to do more public speaking engagements where I am able to be like flown out all around the world and being able to speak about my experiences and what I'm doing and really able to relate to people. Because when I first started everything, I was thinking to myself, does people actually care about games and what I do? But after going to so many events, there's so many people who are like, wow, I've been looking for someone like you. So that's what I'm planning on doing and also turning Game Changers into a full on nonprofit and getting that all together. So yeah, the future, there's a lot of things that are going, but a lot of things that I'm ready to accomplish by the end of this year is in the works right now. So, hey everyone, if you want to book me to do some public speaking events, come to your events, be your brand ambassador, I will help sell your products. So, hit me up.
That's dope. Are you going to be speaking at MDev?
I might be speaking at MDev this year.
Okay.
I've already had a lot of people reach out to me because last year when I did MDev, the whole entire conference room, it was a big room, it was filled. People were standing up. And I was like, whoa, y'all are all here for me? For my 20-minute talk? So I try to think of, okay, what do I want to do for MDev this year? I'll talk to the organizers and see what we're able to get put together.
And maybe you can speak at GDC next year.
Yes, that is one of my goals, GDC, and I want to speak at Gamescom Asia this year too. That's in Singapore because I don't know. Oh, I did not bring this up to y'all. I have a background in Japanese studies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I studied abroad in Japan when I was 19 years old. I wanted to do something that was different. I was like, I don't want to learn Spanish, even though now I wish I did. I still have time. I want to do something that's cool. So I went to Japan, and that's actually how I decided to change my major from computer science to video game development. I was feeling super, super homesick, went to our arcade, stayed there all day long, and made friends there who I still talk to today. And we went around to different arcades around Tokyo. And when I told myself, well, when I go home, I want to change my major from computer science to video game development because the way how the games made me happy and I was able to form a community of friends around them, I want to do that for other people too. And yeah, so I speak Japanese. I used to be very fluent and then I came back to the US. But I am going back to Japan later this month. So anybody out there who's in Japan and you want to meet up with me in Tokyo, just hit me up.
Would you be interested in doing translations? Like, I think there's like translator services. So like games that launch in Japan that maybe want to expand into the US, they have to translate like the Japanese into English. Is that something that you're interested in doing?
Maybe one day during my many different pathways of life. I did want to do localization when I was in college. I thought of, okay, that's what I want to go ahead and do. My main goal was working for a video game company in Japan. But when I graduated in May of 2020, I couldn't really go over there then. And then I'm like, you know what? I can still get this going. But I do have one dream, and anyone who's out there watching, listening, please help me make this happen. I want to have my own TV show in Japan. That has been a goal of mine. I want to be able to go on like cool Japanese adventures and traditions and being able to show like my perspective as an American and also bring other people from different countries and different areas of Japan onto my show or even have me on like a Japanese TV show because I really like how quirky they are. I'll do something fun. Oh, I want to be on the show. It's like, is it cake? Or is
Yeah,
it like the item? Like, I wanna be able to, like, bite into something and be like, "Is this a phone or is this cake?" So, if
yeah,
y'all know anyone who can help set that up for me in Japan, let me know.
that's interesting. That is interesting. Or you go over there, start your YouTube channel, be over there for about a month, and just make content. I'm pretty sure somebody will pick up the phone and give you a call.
Yeah, when I'm over there, I'm gonna get a SD card so I'm able to stream while I walk around Tokyo and show some of my adventures while I'm there.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool, cool, cool.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been an awesome conversation. Before we go, we want to make sure that everybody can follow you and support you and stay tuned in to all the amazing things you're doing this year. How and where and when can they do that?
Yeah, you can follow me on all social media platforms at Angelitos. That's now my new branding. It's ANJELLYTOAST. And if you can go ahead and send me an email at, yes, there it is, at Angelitos. You can send me an email at Angelica Beloit or also angelicabeloit@gmail.com or even at contact at manifestmediawi.com.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Mario, before we go, where can people find you and support you?
Yeah, so this Instagram, so Mario, not Mario, what is it, Mario Thomas Jackson, but definitely Painful Profits, Payneful, so Payneful profits, because our profits we make money can be painful, especially the stock market's not doing too good. We make profits, we're happy about it. So, or you guys can hit me up, the Relax Investor as well.
That's dope. And then for anybody who wants to learn about computer science, or if you're already in computer science, we won $2,000 at that pitch event, the Pixel Pitch event on Wednesday for IH Internet War, and we're exclusively dedicating those funds to fund grassroots tournaments for the algorithm esports. So the goal is to provide 20, 50, $100 prizes for students, anybody who's interested in learning the code through the game. So if you want to play the game, you can go to Steam right now. The demo is free. It's IAH Internet War. IAH Internet War. And stay tuned because we'll be launching that tournament series this summer and definitely into the fall.
Awesome. Well, I wanted to thank Mario Marcus both for having me on the podcast today. This has been awesome. And also, thank you both for your service. I did some research on y'all. I have nieces and nephews who are in the military, so thank you.
Well, I didn't serve, but Mario definitely thank you for your.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Thank you though. We all
Thanks,
serve in one
Mario.
way or another.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. So, yeah.
I'm a servant leader.
Yeah. And oh, one more other thing too, guys. If anyone has connections with Beyonce, please. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a picture of her right behind me too. So
Well, if we find that connect, we'll let you know.
thank you.
Well, Angelica, thank you for your time. Everybody, thank you for joining us live. We should be back next week. I'm doing a little bit of travel. I'm gonna go visit my folks next week, but I'll have to double check with Mario. We may have an episode. It might be the week after. And in either case, thank you for joining us live. We'll see you again for episode 5, where we will help you level up your wealth. Y'all have a good evening.
Thank
Peace.
you. Bye.